let's hit on the Donovan Mitchell Knicks scenario. And I do believe while you give your answer, we will put up the screen grab of your True Detective type moment when you talked about the Jazz a few weeks ago on your network. Go for it, Brian.
Yeah. I think that I was pretty sure then that the Jazz were going to trade Gobert and Donovan Mitchell, and I still stand by that. And I also think they're going to – I don't know if they'll be able to execute it, but I would suspect you would also see Bojan Bogdanovic and Mike Conley traded at some point in the next 6 months. And so they're going to go ahead and tear that all down. The thing about it is the price tag on Donovan Mitchell is so high, there's only a couple of teams that can really get into the bidding, and the Knicks lead it. They have the currency. There's some other teams that have it too, but I don't know if there's an alignment with where it would make sense for Donovan Mitchell. For example, Donovan Mitchell, I think, would love to play in Miami. I think the Heat would love to have him. They don't have the dowry that the Knicks do. So really, while I wouldn't ever rule out, something unexpected, an unexpected team to get into it, I think really this is all a big, giant negotiation. How much can the Jazz extract from the Knicks for Donovan Mitchell? And if this gets into the season, here's what I'm going to find interesting. What if the Knicks get off to a slow start? And, even with their big expenditure on Jalen Brunson, what if, they're in, 9th place or 12th place, 3 weeks into the season? Does that change what they're willing to pay? What happens if Donovan Mitchell is awesome? I just was looking at highlights from him competing in a pro league in Miami last night. He looked great. What if he comes out and is averaging 35 points and the Jazz want to tank and he's winning them games? What if the Jazz are like, we got to get this guy out of here before we win games, and we can't get Victor Wembanyama. One of the games I have circled on my schedule, November 15th. Okay, so that's about a month into the season. Knicks at Jazz on TNT. You can't say the folks at TNT weren't paying attention to this. What happens if in that game, Donovan Mitchell scores 48 points in front of all of the country and all the Knicks fans, which he could easily do? There's a lot of variables that are going to, potentially could happen early in the season. But we all get back to where we started. How much can the Jazz get out of the Knicks? A team that can trade up to 8 first-round picks and has a number of young players. That, to me, is definitely worth watching.